G'day and welcome to our new arrival. Now, you may be looking and saying, hang on, is this a new arrival? I can see it's a new car by the number plate, but isn't the Volvo XC40 been around for a while? Well, the answer is yes. We welcomed this car in 2018, and it really offered something unique in that compact premium SUV market, that Scandinavian style that, well, literally only Volvo can deliver. But it's more unique than that, because this is the very first PHEV. In fact, Volvo call it the Recharge, and the first giveaway is actually right here. Not an extra filler cap, a cover for the plug. This is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, a PHEV, a PHEV, I'm not sure, but anyway, what that means is you can plug it in for up to 45 Ks of pure EV running. Along with that, you have an internal combustion engine. It's a 3-cylinder, 1.5 litre turbo. It combines with the electric motor to deliver a properly impressive 192 kilowatts. That's sort of more than GTI power. And along with that, 425 Newton meters of torque. That's legitimately impressive grunt. Now at $84,900, the Recharge costs around 16% more than the equivalent T5 XC40. But it's not quite as simple as that, because they've really ticked every box when it comes to options, because this car comes standard with the panoramic sunroof and the Harman Kardon sound system. So that means the difference, the premium is around $7,500. Now, I should also point out, this is front-wheel drive, whereas the T5 conventional version is four-wheel drive. They had to make room, of course, for the battery packs where that drive shaft would normally go. But this is more powerful, and more importantly, it's much more economical. In fact, try about 2.2 litres per 100 official figures, thanks to the hybrid. That's about 140 miles per gallon in the old speak. That's enough numbers, let's drive. Well, the first thing I've done is selected pure mode, EV Volvo call it. So I'm currently driving on the motorway, 80 Ks an hour, pure electric mode. And I say it's about 20 years since I actually drove my first hybrid, and the thing that frustrated me the most back then was that I could never drive on just battery power. It always was there just to help the internal combustion engine. And that sort of seemed frustrating, especially around town when you knew that petrol motor was at its most inefficient. Now, I've done some research as well, you'd be pleased to know, and in New Zealand the average daily distance driven is around 30 kilometres. So based on the, I'm hoping, pessimistic range of 45 kilometres, in theory, on any average day, this could be driven like a pure EV. You'd never need to use the internal combustion engine. I've never backed myself for doing well in a blindfold test, but I reckon I could pick a Volvo seat blindfolded. They feel just right, that perfect mix of comfort and support. I suppose that's a whole Scandinavian thing, and the Napa leather's pretty nice in this car as well. But it goes for the whole interior. I talked about it when we first looked at the XC40. Everything is just so, and it makes this car unique. It is very much a Scandinavian product. But more than the comfort and style, which is very impressive, the thing Volvo have made their name for more than anything else is safety. I actually printed out a list. I won't read it while I'm driving. It would take half the video anyway, of all the safety features that come with this car. In fact, technically right now, I have never been in a safer position driving a car, because around 3 years ago, Volvo said that by now there wouldn't be a death or a serious injury occurring to anyone driving a new Volvo. I'm not going to put that to the test, but in fact, that's not the only comment Volvo have made. They've also said by 2030, every car they make will be EV. That is a big call. In fact, even this year, they've said that 1 in 5 Volvos delivered will have some form of electrification, either fully electric or a plug-in hybrid like this. Well, I've talked plenty about the plug-in aspect of the car, which would let you use this just as an EV, but being a hybrid, there's a couple of other modes which are worth mentioning. One is charge, which lets you put more charge back into the battery using the internal combustion engine, like a generator. The other one is hold, and I really like this mode. That lets you freeze the battery. Whatever charge is in it, it holds it there until you want to use it. You might think, heck, I'm on the motorway now, I want to save the electric power till I'm in town or sneaking home or whatever you want to do. If I had to sum up the XC40 Recharge, I'd say it's the ultimate one each way bet. You see, you've got zero range anxiety, yet you've got the ability to have pure EV in a really usable range. All the compromises made by the drivetrain mean you never have to compromise. Look, the fact is, there's no denying that hybrids are here and they work. They can actually also be a lot of fun, even for a dyed-in-the-wool petrol head. Trying to deny this is like trying to argue with my daughters and say that Justin Timberlake isn't actually quite talented. He is. What's cool though is now, thanks to a car like this, you can drive a hybrid that is uber cool, not just an Uber.